Hot, 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 hike.
Welcome to the Sportscasting Couch.
What the fuck are you doing over there, man?
I kicked the table on accident.
Why?
My name's Josh. Joined with me as always, Paul.
Yeah.
And our new guy today.
I'm Mike.
My name is Mike.
My name is Mike. I'm Match.
Yeah, we got Mike on the show today, just filling in for Ryan. Maybe a couple weeks, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah.
That's not in my contract. I said one day. You're going to have to talk to my agent about that one.
But he's our Lions insider, as much as we love the Lions. Nope. But yeah. So what episode 21? Got an awesome plug last night on the Drew and Mike show, which is fucking sweet. I'll play a minute of it or so in a minute. We have Tom Mazawey coming up. Maybe within the next 10 minutes, we're going to give him a call and talk some Super Bowl. Since this is the Super Bowl episode, I got some Super Bowl trivia. He beat us on Seinfeld trivia the first time on our show in episode 7, which was...
He beat us?
Yeah.
Have any of us ever watched Seinfeld?
Well,
religiously?
He beat the trivia
Okay,
questions.
okay,
Yeah, it was a tight one, though. It was 4-3.
He'll beat me every time.
It was a 7-game
Did you
series.
make it harder, or is it just...
Oh, well, it's all Super Bowl trivia.
All right.
He's a avid Super Bowl rewatcher, so I got some good questions for him today, and maybe we'll beat him, all right? And then I think we might make a cold call today, too, to, Josh and I just talked about it a minute ago, Philly market instead of Boston market. And I say it's in Indiana, and he says it's in Philadelphia. We'll find that out.
I literally just Googled it, and it said
I'm telling you,
local Philly market.
I've Googled the address that I was given, and it was Indiana. So we might even call the wrong fucking Boston market now.
I just want to know what they sell, too, because that's another question.
You're hungry?
A little bit.
Did you come hungry? Josh fucking comes hungry every goddamn week.
It's digestion.
It's Whopper Wednesday.
They hear my
I'll take care
stomach.
of
They
it.
hear my stomach go every once in a while, and my throat gets a little bubble, and then they think that I'm hungry.
Yeah.
We'll make sure you eat before you come.
I'm poor, okay?
Yeah.
It's Whopper Wednesday. You can be poor. It's allowed.
That's true.
It's true. I had Arby's today. It was disgusting.
For those people that miss Ryan, at least we'll give them this little bit of audio.
I like 100% dudes.
All right. So.
All right.
What else we got? Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's Wednesday. Sunday, we are going to announce the winner of our beanie contest. So we got, 4 days?
Math.
Whatever the math is.
We're not good at math. We went through this every week.
All you got to do is like and share the post that is pinned to the top of our post on our Facebook, and you are entered for that draw. That's it. It's pretty fucking easy.
Hold on. So since I did that, am I out of the draw since I'm here? Because that's kind of...
You're not out of the draw.
Sitting in that chair right now.
You don't want to. You can get a Lions hat for free anyway.
Well, you got one on your head right now.
That's true.
I was going to pull something.
You literally have what we would give you anyway.
Pretty much, yeah. Facebook.com/sportscasting couch for that. Do you want to queue up there, Tommy Maz?
Is he ready?
He's ready anytime. He can't stay long today, unfortunately.
But did he say he was ready? My throat.
Yeah,
does
he
sound
said
good
just
with it.
yeah. He said just to give him a call. So, Mike being our line, it worked out pretty well actually that Mike's here today because we got a Lions guy coming on.
The insider.
Our Lions insider is here filling in for Ryan.
Not very inside,
unfortunately, but yeah.
You listen to 97.1. It's about as
Every
inside
day.
as you can get.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. Actually, tell him about your 97.1.
Which one?
Don't you
all the time.
Don't you call him in once a week? You give yourself a limit or something?
I got it. Well, they give you a limit. It's once a week, and when I call, I gotta say Mike on his cell because.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't.
How do they give you a limit though? Like,
you're only. I don't know. They say you're allowed to call only once a week, unless they only say that to me because it's me.
Is it the second time you call in? Just go.
Well, they know. I think they recognize the number, or it's saved on their system or something. I don't know. I literally call once a week now. Well, I wouldn't say once a week. Once every 2 weeks, depending what the subject is. If I'm heated, then I'll call. But
you know what? Okay, before we do call Maz, let me just play a minute of that show. Just give me a second to cue it up.
And then you can text him during it. Cool.
Yeah, I'll text him while I do this. Just.
Good for him.
Here's the
Back
end
in
of the
no
show
time.
here.
Maybe can they redraft him? Can he
dropped my
re-enter the
name.
draft?
I'm not even here.
Don't we have his? Oh no, who has his rights? The Rams. Oh, they cut him though. He's a free agent. He is.
Wow. Maybe there'll be a bidding war.
Go back to Boise.
Can't play in the XFL, though. Not with that record.
No.
Is that really going to happen?
I hope
Is the
so.
XFL really
I hope
happening?
so. I hope it becomes a spring league.
With no players who've been arrested.
And they'll have team names like Redskins and
Yeah.
Indians.
Bring them all back.
Yeah. Sambo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the Sportscasting couch tomorrow. It's a podcast with Paul and the guys.
What?
Hey,
Tune in.
What
wait,
plug
wait.
is this?
Stop the
I
music.
didn't hear this plug.
Stop the music.
Where did this come from?
Stop it again.
Hang on. When do you work?
What
When do you shovel?
What a weasel.
Who are Paul
Go
and
ahead.
the guys?
Plug it.
Who are
Whatever,
Paul and the
plug it.
guys?
Oh, we're on?
Apparently,
Yeah,
the
you
mics
have a
are on.
plug. You have a plug we didn't get to.
I just plugged
Who
it.
are Paul and the guys? That's the only thing that's written down in front of him. Paul and the guys.
Paul and the guys.
Who are Paul and the guys?
What's the
Oh, I
name
gotta
of the
send you the
podcast?
photo of that too.
Sportscasting couch.
He had
Who
his
are
show
they?
notes, kind of like how
They're
Mike
nice
has his
guys
written out here.
that
He
love
doodles
the show. That
during
love
the show.
we
Anyway,
should
that's it.
know.
He doodles during the show, and then they took a picture of his show notes after, and then Big said, "Sportscasting couch, Paul and the guys." It was pretty funny. So, so we'll give him a ring right now. I guess we'll have Tom Mazawey on from the Drew and Mike podcast.
First try, too.
First. Magic. I don't know. That cable's fucked, man.
Long distance charges may apply. Just
No, they don't. They never apply.
You gotta turn his call volume up.
Hello,
Tom Mazawey from the Drew and Mike podcast. How are you doing?
this is me.
How are you doing today, sir?
Doing good, man.
Just getting off work there at is that?
I'm actually still at work.
Oh, I'm sorry to call you at work.
It's the last day of the month, so we're here late tonight.
I hear you. Well, thank you for giving us some time. We won't take up too much of your time. Today it's just me, Josh, and we have a new voice in the house. It's Mike.
No, it's just Paul and the guys.
Yeah, it's Paul and the guys.
Yeah, Paul and the guys. All right, great.
Awesome plug last night on the show. Really appreciate that.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
So we'll just jump right into it. Mike's a diehard Lions fan, we're pretty sure. I mean, he's jumped ship a few times on teams, and well, he's got some Matt Patricia questions, I guess, for you.
yeah, I mean, we're basically friends already because you said my name yesterday, so it's okay. I just had a Matt Patricia question actually. Potentially, he's supposed to be the next head coach for Detroit, as many people know. I just want to know what your take is on that. Do you think he is able to take them to the next level, win a playoff game, maybe host a playoff game, do a little bit better than Caldwell did? That's what I just wanted to get your take on that.
Hey, he's inheriting a pretty decent team. You know, obviously they need a couple of pieces more, but a couple of 9-win seasons in a row, and could have had more, obviously, with that loss at Atlanta back in, I think it was week 4 or 5. You know, when they lost on that last second play, and it should have been a touchdown. But nonetheless, as Lion fans, we've come to expect things like that. I can only pray that he's the right guy. You know, there hasn't been a guy from the Belichick tree yet to really light it up. The Bill Parcells tree has done real well, obviously, giving us Belichick, Sean Payton, a couple other people, Tom Coughlin, of course. But the Belichick tree hasn't really given us any fruit yet. So I hope he's good. Supposedly he's a smart guy, obviously a rocket scientist, believe it or not. And he's a Boston guy, so he's always a blue-collar guy. Detroit's a blue-collar town. I think he'll fit well here. I hope he treats the media better than the former coach did. You know, I think Jim Caldwell was a gentleman. I think I was on the show with you back in the day, and I said the same thing. I think he's a gentleman, but he just didn't want to play the games of this day and age. And, you know, that's being upfront and being transparent and telling people what's up. And I hope Patricia will do that, and I hope he will instill that New England winning way here. I know Bob Quinn and him are friends. He passed up the New York Giants job from what I hear, so that is like a top 3 job in sports to be the New York Giants head football coach. And to pass that up to the Detroit Lions, who have not been to a Super Bowl, one of 4 teams only,
Yeah.
I think it takes some guts. So I like where he's coming from. He's coming to like I said, he's coming to a blue-collar town that's really starving. I think he could do well, but again, what do we know? What do we really know?
Yeah, time will only tell. And back in episode 7, when you joined us the first time, you said that Coach Caldwell is not that rah-rah kind of guy that you want in Detroit. So maybe Matt Patricia being on the defensive side of the ball, and you see him on the sidelines every week, just being that rah-rah guy. So maybe he will go in there and really put a fire under that team, right?
Or maybe he'll be like Belichick and not say a word until the game and
never
the
smile.
Playoffs are over. You know, that's the only time he cracks a smile is when he's heading to the Super Bowl and when he's winning it. Other than that, you don't see anything out of Belichick. So we'll see how it happens.
I still really want to know why Caldwell wore 2 watches and he was still such a bad game manager. That's really been boggling my mind, and I guess we'll never know.
He was too busy fiddling with that belt in it. You always saw him fiddling with that belt and the speaker, the walkie-talkie. He's always doing the walkie-talkie thing, and couldn't get the red handkerchief out of his pocket quick enough half the time.
Yeah.
Okay, moving away from football, I wanted to ask you actually a basketball question. A new report about Blake Griffin obviously coming to Detroit. He actually had his interview today with Detroit, and he was in Detroit. Your take on that? Do you think where they're going to take that, if they wanted to think, or if they think they're going to win a championship with Blake Griffin coming in, or if they just want to put butts in the seats, or what they're thinking?
Way to bring up some basketball on a Super Bowl episode. Thanks, Mike.
It's just an interesting question. It's an interesting thing.
No, it is.
He's
Well,
a superstar.
Sounds like me. You're all over the place, just like me. It's perfect.
Maz,
Perfect.
you actually brought up.
I can go back to football and do a little baseball too. So we can do whatever. But I like Blake Griffin. I think he's a good addition to the team. Obviously, he's one of the best players in the NBA. He's going to bring some excitement here. I mean, the crowd. Let's face it, they've been non-existent this year. And beautiful new arena. Team has been mediocre for years, since 04, 05, 06. Ever since then, it's been 10, 11, 12 years of just mediocre basketball, most of it bad basketball. But they're trying to compete in the East. I think they can compete in the East now. I think he will help them. Obviously, they need Reggie Jackson on the court with him. That's going to be a while yet. With Andre Drummond coming into his own this year as well, improving. He's an all-star again now, which is good for him. Stan Van Gundy went out, and him and Jeff, the general manager, went out there and got themselves a superstar on this team. We haven't had one in a long time. I mean, even the 04 team really wasn't a bunch of superstars. It was a bunch of really, really good players that meshed well together. The only thing I worry about is when they brought Iverson in, he was at the end of his career. I know Blake's not, but Iverson was, and they did that to put fannies in the seats. They weren't going to do anything that year. I think they're a little bit better now, and I hope that he can help them win, maybe get into the high 40s or maybe get to 50 wins. And, if not this year, next year, and start winning playoff series and go from there and then add in the draft. I mean, I know they give up a first and a second, but you got to hit on a couple of these picks as well. I mean, you bring guys in like Stanley Johnson and Luke Kennard, and they really haven't blossomed yet, although Stanley had a great game the other night against Cleveland. So
yeah, they had a
who
fire
knows?
on their
Maybe
bucks
things are on the things. I think things are on the ups for the Pistons. I think it's going to take a while yet, but hell, I'll go see them.
We were talking about last time the arena really being empty, and maybe Blake Griffin will bring a little spark to that team and to the fans to actually come and fill those seats. I was looking at Detroit Red Wings tickets actually, and they're playing the Buffalo Sabres. I think it was actually might have been today or yesterday or tomorrow, whatever. It was around this week. It was $200 for 2 tickets, and I was just like, they're a bottom of the barrel team right now, even the Buffalo Sabres, and that's for row 21. I thought there was a high price, but getting off that, with Blake Griffin coming in, I remember you mentioned, if a LeBron James or something came over to Detroit, would he bring some players would actually maybe consider coming as well. Now, is Blake Griffin that kind of guy, or is his career kind of on the downslope where maybe players wouldn't be as intrigued to come over to Detroit now?
I think he can bring some people over here, but again, it's got to fit in with the payroll and all of that stuff. They're going to be paying this guy a lot of money over the next 3 or 4 years. So Tom Goras, I said, he told his guys, go out and get this guy. I'll pay him. And you know what? He's got to do something because it's the fans are just not interested. I think they will be interested now. His jersey already sold out at Little Caesars. It's going to see a lot of number 23s out there. I think it's good for the team. I think it's good for the city.
No, sorry.
Okay. Now I'm gonna flip flop back to football because that's apparently what I do, and that's cool like that.
Yeah, you're a flip flopper.
Yeah, right, flip flopper.
I'm good. I'm good with that. No problem.
Hey, Maz, I got a question for you. Are you, since you're at work, are you sitting in the parking lot right now in a car and doing this interview?
Yeah, I'm out in the car right now. I am out in the car. I can't. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to talk this loud.
That's true.
That's a safe place, I guess.
Yeah.
Very good acoustics.
Yeah.
Depending what you're driving.
Come on out. Come on out to Zott Ford and buy something from me. I need you guys.
Did you say Ford? I'm driving a Ford, so
I'm
next time I
driving a
need
Ford,
one,
too.
maybe
Come on, man.
if I can make
I'm
it
driving
work.
a Ford too, so.
Come and see me. I'll beat those Canadian prices anytime.
All right, Kirk Cousins, clearly going to be on the move. Where do you think he'll land? And do you think he'll be the highest paid quarterback and or player when he lands wherever he lands?
No, he's not going to be the highest paid
So
player.
Stafford
And
is
if he
reigning.
Yeah, Stafford will still be the reigning player. Although Alex Smith gave him a run for his money, I see. But Alex Smith is let's face it, he's a notch below Matt Stafford. Although I like Alex Smith. And I like Kirk Cousins. I think with the right situation, he'll be real good. Maybe someone from the Texans spoke out. I forgot who it was, but someone from the Houston Texans, one of their defensive guys, stepped out and said, hey, this guy could put us over the top. But they got Deshaun Watson, so we're not going to go there. But Minnesota is intriguing. They have these three quarterbacks. Who are they going to keep? Are they going to keep Teddy Bridgewater? Are they going to keep Case Keenum? How about Sam Bradford? How about none of them and sign Kirk Cousins? I think Kirk Cousins would do amazing on the Vikings. I think the front runner by far is Denver. I think the Broncos are going to put some money in front of them. I heard they're not going to pay him a lot up front, but the guaranteed money will be the attraction to get him to Denver. Denver's a good team, obviously 2 years out of the Super Bowl. They got, they're very competitive. Do you want to go to Cleveland? Do you want to go to the Jets? I don't think so. There are other teams out there, too. A long shot maybe is a long shot. It's the Giants. Maybe the Giants are a long shot. Eli for another couple of years, and then Kirk Cousins after that. I don't know. I think Denver's the front runner, and I think they're the front runner by far.
Since this is a Super Bowl show, we might as well ask you a Super Bowl question. Who do you think's going to win, and how do you see the game going? If you're picking against the Eagles, though, I don't really want to hear it.
I like the Eagles to keep it close. And remember Donovan McNabb against the Patriots back in Super Bowl 39. He was getting close. Didn't he throw up on the field?
He threw up on the field. He missed every receiver possible.
He threw up on the field.
Yeah.
They got a quarterback in Nick Foles now that's playing with house money. I mean, the guy is a second-string guy, even though he's making first-string money at the time. He did get signed by another team. I forgot who it was.
The Rams.
They paid him. So Nick Foles comes over here, and Philadelphia's got a good plan. Obviously, Doug Peterson, first-year head coach. It's going to be – I think it's not going to take a miracle to beat the Patriots, but it's going to take your best game to beat New England. They got to hit Tom Brady. If they don't put any pressure on him, he's going to kill them. There's no question about it. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm rooting for the Philly, even though I'm not an Eagles fan. But I am not a Patriots fan. I'm not a Brady fan. But they win. There's nothing. I got nothing, man. I really have nothing left. Trying to beat this team. I'm tired, really tired of rooting against them. I'm sick and tired of. That's all I do is just root against them. And you know what? They're winning. They win. I got nothing left, guys. I hope the Eagles win. I wouldn't bet on it though.
I think you're going to be happy on Sunday. You'll see.
I hope you're right.
Seeing how
I want to hit a couple. I want to hit a couple Super Bowl squares. That's what I want to do to make me happy.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask just because of I knew you were gonna answer that way, that you're not rooting for Brady at all. That's for sure.
No.
Now, look at the Boston Bruins. You look at the Boston Red Sox, and then you have obviously Tom Brady in New England. Is it, seeing how you're from Detroit and it's always Detroit versus everybody, is it really Massachusetts versus everybody? Because it seems like everybody hates on those three teams.
Well, yeah, Detroiters don't like any of the big wigs. They don't like the New York teams. They don't like the Boston teams. They don't like the Chicago teams. We all feel here like we're second-class citizens to them, and it's not true. We're a great sports town. I think we're the best sports town in the country. Top three for sure. New York, Boston, Chicago, and us. I mean, that's top four, but that's it.
Yep.
If you want to be anywhere else in the country rooting for the big four sports, you're in the wrong spot. You want to be in Detroit. You want to be in New York. You want to be in Boston. You want to be in Chicago. And we're lucky enough to be here. If our teams would start winning, it would make it a lot better. Obviously, the 90s were great for us. With the Tigers and the Red Wings, they're dominant. The Pistons, of course, once 2000 hit, the Lions, of course, they gave us some good runs in the 90s, but of course couldn't take it over the sheet. I just want to see them make a Super Bowl and get off the schneid and go from there. Let's face it, if the Lions win, all us Detroiters and Windsor Heights would be happy.
Yep,
taking a week off of work.
Absolutely. They give us, for sure, a day off from work for the parade. No question about it.
All right, Maz, and since we're going to be wrapping up soon, well, I want to do trivia with you. You beat us last time in Seinfeld trivia, and I know that you watch more Super Bowl, like old Super Bowls, than anybody that I know. So
I do.
Yep. And I have some good Super Bowl trivia for you today. Mike, you can keep score on how we do here. And
I hope I can compete.
I hope not. I hope we actually beat you this time.
Don't make him too hard, man. Throw me some softball.
No, I kind of kept it to the first 25 years or so. I think the last 25 are a little bit easier, but let me fire off.
I like the first 25.
Well,
Let's go.
Maybe we're screwed then. What was the only Super Bowl to have co-MVPs, and name them if you can?
Co-MVP. I know this. Give me a second. It's the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
It is Randy White.
Yep.
And Harvey Martin.
Yep. In Super Bowl 12, so you are up 1-0 on us right there.
That counts as 1 point.
That's 1 point. Yeah, well, he's really good.
You got to work for the 1 point.
That should be 2 points. I got 2 guys.
Judges?
No, 1 point.
All right.
All right. So question number 2.
Tough judges.
Yeah, we're really tough. Which team holds the record for appearing in the most consecutive Super Bowls?
Appearing in the most consecutive, the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. So that was 1990 to 1993. And do you know who the other team? Well, you already got the point, but do you know who the other team is that has appeared in 3 consecutive?
3 straight?
Yep.
3 straight? Steelers.
Nope, Miami. But you do get the point for both.
Why didn't you give me no shot? I would have gotten it. Super Bowl 6, 7, and 8. I blew it. 6, 7, and 8.
You blew it.
You heard me. Super Bowl 6, they lost to Dallas. Super Bowl 7, they beat the Redskins. Super Bowl 8, they beat the Vikings.
There you go. Okay, so 1-1, I will say. Oh no, sorry, you did get Buffalo in that one, so it's 2-0 for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
No, that was a twofer question. I think I got a couple of twofers. Number 3, how many Super Bowls have been decided by 3 or less points? And I can give you a multiple choice if you really need it.
In all 50 Super Bowls?
In all 50, yep. Or 50, whatever it is.
How many have decided by 3 or less?
Yep.
All right. Let me think about it for a moment.
I gave you a toughie there.
Give me a few seconds on this one. I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3.
I'll drink my beer while I wait. Oh, I can play.
3 or less points. I'm going to go with 6.
God damn it.
I thought you said these are hard. I mean, it's hard. But
yeah, no.
It's very hard. I would never answer.
Yeah, no, that's 3-0. Wow. He's up on us 3-0.
I almost went with 5, and then I remembered the Patriots beating the Rams.
There you go. Okay, I don't know. Now I don't know if these next ones are going to be tough.
Oh, man.
All right, number 4. Is he going to sweep us? I'm a little bit worried here. Which team holds the record for fewest points scored in a Super Bowl?
Who scored the least points in one Super Bowl game?
Yep. I have a feeling he's just going to nail this one. And then I'll just ask you the rest of them anyway. I had like 10 lined up.
Hold on.
Yep.
The least points scored in a Super Bowl. The Miami Dolphins.
Yep. So that's a sweep, 4-0. That was Super Bowl. Do you know which Super Bowl that was? Oh, obviously. Super Bowl 6.
Super Bowl number 6.
Yep. All right. Well, you swept us this time, so better luck next time, I guess.
Thanks,
Maybe
guys.
We'll do an NHL one.
I feel a lot better now.
He wins I don't know, pride, I guess.
You now own
All
our
right,
show.
You guys better come up with a prize for me, all right?
We'll send you a T-shirt. You want a T-shirt?
Saj is paying, don't worry.
I'll pay for it.
Let me
pay
just because like I said, you've watched the most Super Bowls. You are probably one of the most knowledgeable people I know as far as Super Bowls go. Let me fire these ones off for you, and we'll see if you can get. I had 10 lined up just in case, but let's see here. Super Bowl 21. Give me the year, location, teams, and final score.
Whoa.
21 was January of '87. Rose Bowl. Giants beat the Patriots. Giants beat the Broncos 39-21.
That he got.
Come on.
The second time the Super.
That's like 7 points. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's up 11 to nothing now. The second time.
That was a special Super Bowl for me, man. You hit me right in my heart.
That's
that was
true.
That was my true love,
I
man.
have to
My
go watch
Giants
it.
winning their first Super Bowl.
You know, it's funny. I've lined up these questions before. Like, I knew you were coming on the show, and I lined these questions up, and then I listened back to episode 7, and then you said Super Bowl 21, and I was like, shit, I forgot that he's diehard about that one.
All right. All right. Give me another one. You'll beat me on these. I mean, these are hard. Go ahead.
No way. That was an easy one for you, it sounds like. The second time the Super Bowl was played at the Orange Bowl in Miami, who played, and what was the score?
It was the Jets and Colts, Super Bowl number 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Jets 16-7.
He got it. There you go. And then do you know what the significance of Super Bowl 3 was? I researched it a little bit, and I found an interesting fact about it.
Of course, it was the AFL and the NFL merged after that Super Bowl, thanks to Joe Willie Namath.
Yep, and it was the first one that was actually recognized as Super Bowl. So that was cool.
That's correct.
So does Google call you for facts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his other job.
No doubt.
Google just calls him, for
No, we
Super
need
Bowl
some
information.
Super Bowl 3 facts here.
Yeah. All right, I got 3 more here for you real quick. In Super Bowl 21, which obviously I think you're just going to nail these now. Who sacked Elway in the second quarter for a safety?
George Martin.
Yep. And number 8, how many total sacks were there in Super Bowl 21?
Total for both teams?
Both teams, yep.
I think there were 5.
Yep, you got that too. Number 9, how many turnovers were there in Super Bowl 21? Total turnovers. Trying to throw him off on this one.
3.
No, that's your first wrong one.
Oh, you lose.
Yeah, you lose.
We win.
Yeah,
How many?
T-shirt. Sorry.
We're the best ever.
there was only one interception thrown by Elway, and that was by Elvis Patterson.
How was it? Oh, one interception by Elvis the Toast Patterson. Okay, good.
Yep. And then the last question here, it's a little bit tricky because the original source has been up for debate for a little bit, but what quarterback, when asked if he preferred grass or AstroTurf, replied, "I don't know, I've never smoked AstroTurf"?
Thomas Hollywood Henderson.
No, actually, I had Joe Namath as my...
Otis Sistrunk.
I had Joe Namath.
No, it wasn't Joe Namath.
See, that's what I had that quoted as Joe Namath online, and Tug McGraw actually said that for the Mets in '74 as well. So that's why it was between those two who was quoted saying that. There was actually a couple people that were quoted saying that, but those were the 2 that I came up with. So maybe you're right. You're probably right.
Yeah, we're wrong.
Yeah, we're wrong. We'll take the wrong on
You
that.
got the point.
All right, fellas. Thanks.
You got the point. But Maz, as always, thank you so much. We definitely want to have you on again when we have a little bit more time.
yeah.
I know we've ran a little bit long for you today, but we appreciate having you on, of course. And thanks
My
for the
pleasure, guys. You guys do a good job. Keep going.
Thank you very much. Tell the guys I say hi, and tell Drew not to hate me. That'd be cool.
You will not hate Paul and the guys. Don't worry.
No, he likes the guys. He just hates Paul.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
All right, Maz.
See ya, fellas.
Thanks
we'll
a lot.
talk to you. See you, buddy.
Be good, man. Enjoy the game.
Will do. You too. And that's Thomas Mazawey of the Drew and Mike podcast. Fucking genius when it comes to.
I thought he was I thought he was Googling the whole time.
There's no
like
way
at the
he's
beginning, I thought he was just Googling it really quickly, and then you started asking questions about like who had a sack in the second quarter of that game, and I'm just like, well, there's no way you can Google second quarter sack Like you can't do it that quick.
Blew my mind.
Yeah, no, fuck, I don't know, man.
I don't remember what happened yesterday in this game. I remember this one.
You could literally ask me stats about the Eagles game last week, and I literally watched it 8 times.
Yeah. So
I think we got to pick.
So what did you do? You got like 2 wrong there?
You got one wrong.
I think.
Well,
yeah,
the last one counts as
sorry,
one.
the last one was up for debate. I did Google that real quick, and as far as a quote goes, that's what it came up with. It said Joe Namath came up with that quote when asked that question, but then it also said Tug McGraw from the Mets, which was I don't know. I found that to be a fucking hilarious ass little clip there. So, yeah. Where do we move on from there? Do you want a cold call now? No, we'll cold call at the end of the show. That would probably be a little bit better. Saj, what do you think about the signing of Matt Patricia?
I think that it's gonna be okay. I don't know. It's a coach, man. Nobody really knows until he gets the game going, I guess.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Yep. So, fuck that guy.
You're not even on.
Had to cut that mic. All right.
There you go.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, no. I mean, Coach Caldwell had a winning record in Detroit, and he was one of the first coaches to actually do that in a while. And they got rid of him because they missed the playoffs. You're on, by the way.
I don't believe you, and you're gonna cut me off.
No, you're on there.
All right.
I won't do that again. But yeah, Coach Caldwell had the first winning record, and they bring in Patricia now after that because they missed the playoffs in what should have been a division that they should have won easily. And I know it's a Super Bowl episode. I'll give you a second because you're a Lions fan. But how do you realistically feel that the Lions are going to do next year under Patricia? New coach. Every year you cop out saying they're going to go 8-8 because that's like the weather person saying 40% chance. Because if they're wrong, it's 40%.
Right.
If they're right, they're a genius. So, what do you think?
I don't know. I think that they'll take him to. I'm not even really sure. He's just like I said. He's a coach, so until he gets the team on the field, you give him some time to actually get some reps in. You won't know until you get that in. So we'll see what happens.
And Josh, did I ask you that question? Not really, right?
Well, the positive thing I think of it is literally the last however many years the Lions have been a top 5 offense but struggled on defense. So now they have a defensive-minded coach to come in, preach defense to them. Stafford and the crew can do their regular thing in the fourth quarter, and maybe they won't need to come back as often.
Yeah, I was looking for this while during that. I cracked my beer, so
doesn't count. It's not even a can.
That's all.
I cracked this beer.
Yeah, but that's the sound of a
and
can
I already
opening.
finished. It doesn't matter. I'm drinking a beer.
Get a sound of a bottle opening.
Mike's drinking a fucking coffee.
I was tired.
You didn't even offer me a drink.
I
Do you need
texted him
do you want
before
something to
and said
drink?
I want coffee.
No, I'm good.
I can grab you a water if you want. No, actually, I won't get up. As far as shout-outs go, it was pretty cool. You and I were on a live feed yesterday with some random people on Instagram.
Oh, them bitches?
Them bitches. Here's the funny thing about that. I don't even know how I came across that fucking page yesterday, but I saw that there was like 200 people on the live feed, so I was like, oh, I'm just going to jump in there, see who they got for
What's
the
it
Super
called?
Bowl.
Boys Being Extra or something like that?
Let me check it.
It said
real
boys doing something, and then all of a sudden it was 2 girls. So I was like,
quick. And that's where I got confused.
And
So
you
I
guys clicked on it because it said boys, or what's going
no,
on?
I just saw him commenting
I'm
on
down
something,
here.
and I joined it, and then
I have
started.
no idea what it. Let me check right here. I wonder if they're live. It would be funny if they were. Boys? No. Bros.
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 Yeah, bros being extra or something. Bros doing.
Bros being basic.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so
The
bros
opposite
being
of extra.
basic. It was just two. It was really funny. I have no idea how I came across it, but it was 2 chicks on a live feed. And I go in there and I'm like, I wonder what bros being basic is. And then it was 2 girls talking about anal for some reason. And then I was like,
Yeah, they were talking about weird stuff the whole time.
yeah. So then I
Not
went.
that anal's weird.
I went on and I started.
Open-minded Josh.
They were doing Never Have I Ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
taking
drink,
drinks, yeah.
obviously.
So I saw some of the ones you said.
Yeah, I started
It
saying.
was inappropriate, Paul. That's
Oh, it was fine. So then I started saying, hey, who's going to win the Super Bowl? And then they were shouting us out. So then they shouted us out, I think, about 3 times or so. And then
They're desperate.
I was like, Josh, get on there and start asking shit. Or like they're shouting us out and blah, blah, blah. But I don't think we're going to make it in the podcast. I don't even remember what it was called, but I'll try to find it. That'd be cool. If we get a shout out, that'd be pretty sweet. Nice one yesterday. So
Or a date.
let me see your show notes here, Mike.
Shout outs.
Kurt Cousins.
Kurt.
Stan Van Gundy. What do you think about the Blake Griffin? You watch a lot of basketball, Josh, and what do you think about the Blake Griffin signing? And
He's a
overpaid?
good player. He's not someone that's a game changer. It's gonna make you go from a losing season to a winning season. He's a good player at his position. It's just hard to get a 4 or a 5 a power forward or a center that is gonna be some dominant force by himself. They'll definitely, if they add some kind of shooting on the outside, it'll help a lot. But when you take them against the Warriors, like just because they got Blake Griffin, they're not going to beat Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and all those idiots.
yeah, well, fuck the Cavs too. How is the basketball season shaping up so far? Like, who's the favorite? It's a fucking Super Bowl episode. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we talked about the Super Bowl like 0 times because it's the Eagles. I hate you guys.
I'm an Eagles fan right now. I told you that. Ever since Wentz went down, I've always liked him.
What?
So
Always liked
since
him,
Wentz
that
has
makes
gone down,
Since
you've
Wentz?
been an Eagles fan because you've always liked them.
Well, no. Yeah, let me rephrase that. Ever since I knew, there you go. Ever since I saw Wentz go down.
Boom. Hashtag Paul Logic.
Ever since I saw Wentz go down, I kind of was rooting for him. I don't know. I felt bad. And then they started winning. Like, they kept winning, not started winning.
Wentz was just
So-
the final part of it. That's what's crazy is there was
Right.
so many other people that got hurt. There were such key roles to that team, and somehow they kept it together. And then the quarterback, the biggest part of the team, the probable MVP.
More cheers, more beers, man. That's it. That's all.
I cracked another one.
It doesn't matter. Paul will always play that song if he cracks
That's
a beer.
not a song.
It's a song.
It's a song.
It's not a song.
All right.
It's
well,
on iTunes, so it has to be a song.
has there been any big news other than the Bill Belichick smile counter on NFL Network this week? Did you see that at all?
Yeah,
like 4
I saw
times.
these. Yeah, but most of the smiles were because of Willie McGinnis hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Who is his first draft pick and won him a couple Super Bowls, all that stuff. So
I have to run through this news here, but
we haven't even done the news of the week. Where's the intro? I don't like this.
I didn't
There's no
fucking
news, no,
queue
no.
any up here, but I can do it, and we
No,
can
we're
just
good.
kind of go through it.
Fuck football. Let's
Why?
talk about something else.
You want to talk soccer or something?
Yeah, soccer second.
Soccer second. Yeah. No, we can do it.
Breaking
Hockey hour?
news in the soccer world. Nobody cares.
Yep.
You don't think for a second that's not being clipped?
Yeah. That's why I paused after so you could get a good drop
terrible.
from it. That's perfect. Every time they talk about soccer, we can say that.
I might not click it though. I like soccer.
That's true.
Do you remember the Endo? I need a fucking beer. I gotta fucking what? You don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
Actually, here's some fucking news. So, after episode 20, remember the end of episode 20 where
No.
I went to go find William Hung?
Mm-hmm. And he deleted you?
He deleted me, of course.
Yeah, broke your heart.
I've messaged him about coming on and just give me a Super Bowl pick. He does not want to talk football. Maybe his appearance on our show really ruined him. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. It's just weird. He's like, no, I don't want to comment on football. It's like, dude, our audience loved you. Mike loved you.
It's not very
Ask him what he
motivational.
wants to talk about then. Maybe he has some personal things going on.
You should tell him it's not very motivational. You're feeling unmotivated now.
I am unmotivated. I don't want to message anybody
Yeah.
about anything.
You ruined my life, William Hung.
And I'm gonna tell him that his show.
It's not professional.
Anyways,
Killing him with the drops.
Gronkowski is still in concussion protocol, but he was said to be cleared today. But as of today at 5:19 p.m., he's still not cleared. I mean, he's going to be cleared.
Yesterday, or I don't know if it was yesterday, him and LeGarrette Blount had a Madden tournament against each other.
Yeah, I did.
It was
see-
on TV and stuff, and
Mhm.
literally after it, that was the only time that Gronk's pretty much going to be available to the media this whole week. He said that they're like, so do you think you're going to play? And he's like, yes, I'm going to play.
It's a Super Bowl. What do you mean?
Well, yeah.
It's there's no way he doesn't play. Even if they have to hire some fake doctor, and then it's
Right.
going to be
They'll
Doctor
just deflate
Gate.
his helmet like
Yeah,
they did the
it's
balls.
gonna be
and it'll
hashtag
all right. Don't worry about it.
Hashtag Doctor Gate. They got some fake doctor to clear him.
Yep.
They'll figure out a way to get him on the field.
So Tom Brady, here's one of the headlines. Why does everybody want me to retire so bad? Do you see him retiring after he wins the Super Bowl again? I think
One
he can
last-
play for another
just
3
really
years.
quickly on the last thing.
Oh
It's
my
just, and we'll go right into it. But
Sure.
it's just so. This is just a typical Bill Belichick thing to do. Last week or 2 weeks ago for the conference championship, what did they do? Tom Brady kept his gloves on. He didn't talk about his hand. He's like, I can't do anything.
They rebuilt it.
They even this week he went to shake hands with somebody. Somebody went to shake hands with him and he used his left hand. He's like, my hand's not ready yet. Like they're doing whatever they can to.
Do you know do you know what surgery gate is? I'm gonna start it right now.
6 fingers. That's what he did.
Yep.
He added a 6th finger.
Yep.
More spin on the ball.
Well, he needs another
Extra
finger
ring.
for his extra ring. Yeah. He didn't want to say that one.
No.
But he's not gonna get it.
All right. Well, then he'll have an extra ring or finger for nothing.
Yeah, no. I know what he can use that finger for.
Do you feel he's going to? When do you think he's going to retire? He doesn't look like he's in bad form at all. So
he's gonna retire Monday morning.
Yeah.
From broken everything.
I mean, his coaches are leaving, right? Other than Belichick, but
Oh my God!
I don't know. I can see him playing as long as he wants to play. I know his hot supermodel wife wants him to retire and says that he's had so many concussions he hasn't talked about. He's like broken at all times and things like that he needs to get out. But he literally said, if anybody wants to beat me, you have to be willing to give up your life for this because I give up my life. I dedicate all my time to it. It's true.
I love that quote. By him. Like,
if you want to beat me, you got to give up your life.
It's a badass quote. He's a
It is a
badass.
badass
He's
quote.
the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, he is the GOAT. You can't. I mean,
He's the GOAT.
I asked Brian Baldinger last week too. Who are we going to see another quarterback like this in our lifetime?
You know what I said? Yeah. That's what I said.
I know that's what you said. Now, not being an Eagles, homer pick, not being a homer pick. Do you really?
Agreed.
Do you really agree with that?
I don't know about GOAT, but obviously that's you have to get 5 titles to be even considered it now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's hard to say because how is he going to come back from this injury? Is he going to have the same kind of jump? I assume he will because he's still really young.
Yeah.
And he's just so smart. He dedicates all his time to just like Brady does to it. He's first one in, last one out all the time. Even though he's been hurt, he's been first one in the building with Nick Foles to help him through all the tape studies. Still, most people when they get hurt, they're nowhere to be found in the locker room. He was right back in the next week after his surgery.
Yeah.
Do they have bunk beds?
Mike, how do you feel about that?
About
like Carson Wentz? Even not even Carson Wentz, but do you think we'll see another quarterback like a Brady?
I don't know if we'll ever see anybody get 5 rings again or potentially 6, but I think there will be people that will play at his level. And yes, Carson Wentz is on the right track. Obviously, he's an extreme great talent, and it's very unfortunate to what happened to him. But I don't see him coming back next year and being somewhat worse. I just see him either being the same or, if not better.
Nick Foles is going to get Super Bowl MVP and dethrone him, and he's going to be the new GOAT.
And somebody's going to pay Nick Foles money.
Yeah,
I think.
Stupid money, yeah.
And it's Nick Foles. Like he was going to retire, and now all of a sudden he's playing in the Super Bowl.
But it shows with proper coaching, proper play calling. It's not like the Eagles' offense is some crazy dynamic, insane playmakers that are doing everything. They're going down the field 10 yards at a time. They're not getting chunk plays all the time.
I mean, their offensive line is
the offensive line's the
very
best in
good.
football.
Right.
Even with their left tackle Jason Peters out, it's still somehow been the last couple of weeks because Vitae was doing terrible the first few weeks. But
did you by chance get a hold of Ryan about?
Yeah, he gave me his pick. He's not gonna.
He doesn't want. Okay, that's fine. So we'll do our Super Bowl picks, and we'll have Ryan's pick. He's just phoning that one in for us, and then.
No, he's not calling it.
No,
okay.
Sorry,
texting.
Not phone, yeah, texting his pick in.
Facebook Messenger to be exact.
Oh my God.
Oh
Whatever.
my God.
Oh my God. And then we're also going to do some.
What color hair will Pink wear?
Yeah, pretty much. I have so many Super Bowl prop bets here.
Oh man.
I think they said there was at least 1,000 of them. Now we're not going to go through. Maybe we'll do like.
We got time.
300. Yeah, we have time. I don't know. I'll just find random ones and then
I went through like pretty much all of them at work today because that's what I get paid to do.
1,000 of them?
I literally kept scrolling through trying to find ones that I would like, and there's a few that I feel really confident about that I'm going to put some money on.
Oh, really?
But I didn't save them.
Can you? Oh, you can't even.
I don't bet.
You can't parlay them. Eh?
No.
You're not putting money on the game?
I don't know. I don't usually bet, but I guess I will if you guys are doing it.
Yeah, put money on Eagles.
Why not, man?
Because fly Eagles fly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, since Mike is here, we'll jump into the pick segment. 1, 2, or 3.
Only
Mike?
because Mike's here?
Give me a 1, 2, or 3. Yeah.
2.
2? All right.
Back-to-back weeks.
Pick segment.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hello. This is a tough one. This is tough.
Could you not?
This is a tough game.
It's my favorite.
Very tough one. It's a tough pick.
Oh, come on.
Can we finish analyzing?
I enjoy filling
holes.
Fuck. Hello.
Hold on, before we
I miss
start.
Ryan.
What?
Well, before we start, can I just drop a same old Lions for him, just
Yeah, there you go.
so we can get it in there, just for the record?
Oh, wow.
How about that?
Well, it's Super Bowl day. Oh, what's that website you want? I know. It's fucking
Lemon Party.
It's in. It's indoor, so there is no weather report to be had for that game.
The weather outside's cold, I'll tell you that.
It's Minnesota.
It's nipply. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
It's like 2
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
It's literally the only thing going on in Minnesota right now. It's the
It's
Super
the
Bowl.
cold.
Well, let's start from.
You know what? Some of the offensive linemen. I heard Baldy said that he heard some of the offensive linemen saying something, or no, not Baldy. It was Chris Long. He said they asked him if the defensive line players are like the dirtiest type players on the team. And he's like, no, that's definitely the offensive lineman. I heard one of them when we got off the plane saying, "Oh, it's so cold, I don't even have to shower this week."
Wow.
That's terrible.
Cool. This is the last time we have to hear this song for a while.
Heard it live.
No, we're gonna hear it next week, celebrating it, or with Sarah McCarthy or whatever her name is.
McLaughlin?
Yeah, her.
Sarah McCarthy.
Ryan heard this song like 10 times live. You know
Yeah.
how bad he felt?
He hates it every time. So you need to listen to the end. The end's the best part.
All right.
Oh, they spell it out.
We're gonna hear that a lot.
Let's fire off with Mike's pick.
For the Super Bowl?
We need a Super Bowl pick from you, buddy.
Oh boy. Okay. Do you want like numbers too?
Who wins and why?
Yeah, actually, I would.
Have you listened to the show?
Who? Yeah. Thanks for
Yeah.
fucking listening. Who wins? Why? And I need a score.
Okay. Eagles win because.
And I need your paper.
Carson Wentz is coaching.
No, I'm gonna pick the Eagles to win because I like the underdog story that they've been using since Carson went down. They actually have dog masks that they're wearing at interviews now. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Eagles to win. That's my reasoning, and I'm gonna say they win 28-21.
Wow. A whole touchdown ahead of Brady, huh?
You heard it.
Ryan.
You heard it
All
first.
right. We'll get Ryan's pick in here as well.
Ryan has
Texter and probably New England.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
24-21.
24-21.
She's giving us a chance.
3 points. Isn't that? Wait, where did
It's like the last forever.
I saw that
Patriots
somewhere.
games keep
Somebody
finishing constantly.
Yeah, somebody said that too.
Ryan takes all his picks from online. You probably saw it from somewhere online that he got.
Most
it from.
likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds right. I guess I can go next, and then we'll finish off with your rant about, it's your team, right? So
Yeah.
I'll give you the mic time. Well, you need another coffee there, Sade?
Yeah, I'm empty.
You can run upstairs if you need.
I'm good.
All right, fine. I'm gonna have to go with Philly. I'm actually gonna be putting money on this game too.
So we'll be celebrating together until halftime.
Hold on, he
Yeah.
said Philly.
Like last year.
I like the underdog story that they have going too.
Hot take.
Hmm?
Hot take.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. There's something about Philly just upsetting Brady in this game with all their coaches leaving. It kind of sucks because you can play it either way. Where I was thinking about taking New England just for the story that it's going to be their 6th Super Bowl. They're going to tie the Steelers for most Super Bowls in history, and their coaching staff is falling apart. And then Belichick could retire at any point. Brady could retire, and that's the end of the era right there. But I don't know. Now I flip onto the other side and I go, are they really going to go for that 7th? Because I see that. I'm a story kind of guy. I see that story playing out that next year they get together and then they win a 7th, and then they retire.
Mm-hmm.
But because they're actually falling apart after this year, I see Philly coming in there and getting their 1st, and they start a little bit of their reign. I think within the next 10 years, I could, if this team stays healthy and Wentz stays healthy. I think that's the biggest factor. I see them in the next 10 years being in the Super Bowl at least
10 times.
3 times. Not 10. I see them being in the Super Bowl 3 times because I when I asked that question about, will we see another Brady in our lifetime, I don't think we're going to see another Brady, but Carson Wentz has proven that he is one of the most elite quarterbacks by standing in the pocket, taking hits, coming out the next play, and delivering.
I would just like to say we should get Mike on here more often because when Ryan's not here, all of a sudden Paul's just a lot nicer about the Eagles.
Same old line.
So fuck the Eagles. I'm going to take New England. No, I do. It's the Super Bowl, so I'm going to be nice. And I've had 2 beers.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
2 beers make him pick the Eagles.
Pretty much.
They're green, too.
I do see that everything I just said, I truly believe that, as far as the story goes, though, that's where it's kind of, that's where I kind of get it shaky on it because I do like my storylines. I like to create headlines every week. That's kind of why I shit the bed all year on picks. I'm like, oh, Cleveland's going to beat this team because, fuck, they're not going to go on 16. And
we both got sucked into that for a while.
Exactly. And as far as a score goes, fuck, that's going to be tough just because it's Nick Foles in the biggest game of his life. Tom Brady, he's got to go out there and throw at least 3 touchdown passes, probably get a rushing touchdown, so it gives me 28. Couple field goals is going to give me another 6, so that's, if I'm doing math, that's 34. I'm going to go with, I can't give him 34. I'm going to have to, actually, let me go.
If the New England Patriots score that much, there's no chance the Eagles have, in my opinion.
It could be a shootout, man.
I think the Eagles are going to stop Brady on his final drive.
I'm going to have to go with Philly getting at least 34 points. So I'm going to give Philly
34 final?
Nope. Yeah, into OT, and then it's a tie game. And
everybody goes home.
Tuesday, we're still watching the game. 34
never ends until next season.
34-31. It's going to be a 3-point game. Close. We'll see. Josh, give me your breakdown. I'm sorry I ran a little long there for you.
No, it's what you were saying. Like, it's the typical way that Philly's going to win a Super Bowl. If they're ever going to win a Super Bowl, I just feel like this is the year of all the stuff that's went wrong. All the years in the past that they made it to the Super Bowl. Like 2004, they had such an amazing team. T.O., Donovan, Westbrook, Dawkins, Trotter. Like, they had an amazing team, and everybody expected the win. Now it's a season where no one expected them to do everything. At the beginning of the year, everybody said, fire Doug Peterson. They didn't think he had a chance. I was one of them. I thought he was terrible.
Yeah.
Every week he was making terrible decisions, it seemed like. And then I don't know what it was. Just out of nowhere, he just turned it on and started. Like, these last 2 games in the playoffs, he's been an insane playoff caller.
Did you call him?
Or play caller. Did I call him?
Yeah, you have everybody's phone number. Do you have his phone number
I got Doug P in my phone? I don't know.
No, remember
Doug P?
Doug P was following our Facebook for a while there under James Jamome.
Oh, Jamome James, yeah.
Doesn't follow us anymore.
James Jamome James doesn't follow us anymore?
Tell me that was him.
It's probably.
That was him, man.
Doug P.
Jamome James?
My number one fan. But like, really, if you look at this game, look at the 2 teams. The Eagles, in absolutely every way, are better than the Patriots.
Oof.
They're like team-wise, except the most important position on the field, and the team
safety.
Yeah, defensive tackle. And that position, the quarterback happens to be the greatest of all time at that position, right?
Yeah.
So if you go D-line, O-line, linebackers, DBs is pretty even between the 2 teams, but then like receivers kind of even, I guess, as well. Running backs are better for the Eagles. It's all in one way except for that one critical spot.
Well, and the coach is another critical spot.
Well, but definitely Bill Belichick.
Coaching staff overall, because I mentioned it last week that the halftime adjustments for the New England is second to none. Like, if the Eagles come out firing on all cylinders and they get a lead at half, I am 100% putting money on them this year to come back in the second half, because we fucked that up.
Yeah, we fucked up hard last year.
In Atlanta.
Well, nobody would have guessed last year. Last year was nuts.
No, the thing is, though, you always put that goddamn safety bet in.
It's the fact there's 40 minutes of a halftime that players aren't used to. They're used to getting in there, they relax a little bit, and then they start warming up, getting ready to go back out. Now it's you get in there, you get your messages from the coach, then you're warming up, and then you're maybe a little bit more message, then you're warming up again.
Yeah.
It's weird if you haven't been there before to know how to adjust to that. But I just see the Eagles, the way you beat Tom Brady, and it's obviously a lot harder than I'm going to make it seem. The outside pressure, he just steps up into the pocket. That inside pressure, getting him away from where he likes to just sit there and feel comfortable, making him move, because Brady he doesn't have legs. He's one of the slowest quarterbacks in the NFL. He can't run. So you move him from the middle with Fletcher Cox and Timmy Jernigan, which is very possible because that line has been doing it all year. You have to get in his face, do all that stuff. He's still going to make his plays. You just have to bend but don't break. Do your best to contain him, and then that offense has to come in and score. And I feel like the Patriots defense hasn't really done that great. They've improved towards the end of the year, but they've also, like that AFC. You look at the AFC, it's terrible. The people they've even played in the playoffs, they were terrible, except for the Jaguars. Ooh, they have a defense.
The Jaguars shot themselves in the foot. They had that game, so they could have won that game.
Yeah, they could have, and I said it too, Mike. I don't know if you agree with me that last 2 minutes of that game was so poorly managed that they were basically firing for first downs when they didn't need to.
The whole fourth quarter was garbage on the Jags side. They went from on the Jags defense. I mean, like they went from playing man coverage most of the time, which is what they've been doing all year, and then they got very conservative towards the end because they got very nervous that here comes Brady, he's coming back. I don't know if our offense can move the ball. We need to get conservative, and them getting conservative let Brady go down the field way easier. Yeah, that's not the way the Eagles are going to play. They don't need extra rushers to get to Brady. As soon as you need to send a blitz, that's what Brady reads it right away and he beats you.
How do you think that you've been Big Balls Peterson all season? How do you think that's going to go into the Super Bowl? Is he going to be as big ball?
I'm so interested to see how he's gonna come. It's gonna show me a lot about him. Obviously, regardless, like they could all have a bad game, and it's the playoff or it's the Super Bowl. It's a lot of pressure. You can kind of understand it, but if he comes out there and he's calling the right plays and he's taking these chances, but at smart times and stuff, I don't know. It's just. I hope it's not 4th and 8 on our own 30, and then he's going for it like he did last year. This year he learned from his mistakes from last year, but
I mean, one thing I heard was what the Patriots do really well is they take your best player away, and then they make you go everywhere else. So who would you think would be your best player? Would it be
that's the thing. What do they do? Are they going to take away Ajayi in the backfield when he's in, or the running game, and then make Foles throw it? Yeah. But he throws it to Alshon or he throws it to Ertz. It's like the Eagles' offense all year has been very balanced with who's getting the ball, except for Zach Ertz when Carson Wentz was in. He was his go-to target for the most of the year.
Right. So I would think it would be Ajayi if that's
what
the
thing.
Do, right?
Yeah, it's like Ajayi's not even on the field all the time.
Right.
They usually do that, but I think they're more going to be focusing on stopping the RPO. That's been the go-to for Nick Foles, especially. I remember Carson did it a lot, and when he went out, Ryan was saying that, but Nick Foles can't run the RPO, and I didn't think he'd be able to either. I didn't think he was smart enough to even read a defense or anything like that. But he's come in and he's done it, surprised everybody. That's what you need to stop. If you stop that, stop the easy yards and the quick little slants that the Eagles get from it, or I guess they did like a slanting up one time. If you stop that, then where are the Eagles going to get an offense from? That's what scares me in it. But I just feel like there's too many weapons on the Eagles offense that they can't really focus on one person. And they're not exactly like game breaker weapons, but I can move the sticks, we can control the game, we can control the time clock. Because what the Patriots are going to do is they're going to come out on offense, and they're going to, from what I assume, is they're going to be no huddle a lot. They're going to be going up the field because you don't want the Eagles' 4 defensive linemen, they sub out all the time, right? There's a constant movement in there. You don't want them to stay fresh and do that. So you're constantly on them, and that's kind of what's beaten the Eagles this season. The Giants did it twice. They hurry up, and then you do the slant. Oh, now they're biting on the slants. We're gonna go slant and go.
Right.
That's what's scaring me. I can see Jalen Mills or Darby slant and go and getting beat deep.
Is Sidney Jones playing?
Probably not.
Think he'll get some playing time? No.
He might dress, but even if he dresses, he's so new to the team, to the field, the NFL. You don't put him in for his first time. Well, second time, I guess, in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
That'd be a great
Jalen
story.
Mills and Jalen Mills, yeah.
Love stories.
Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby have been great for most of the year. Jalen Mills had one of the best lockdown, which is weird to me because he's so slow. He's not fast. He's kind of a slow-footed guy. He's not the greatest on man coverage, but zone he's decent. But somehow the two of them did really well, and then Patrick Robinson was probably the biggest pickup that they had this year for corner. They had him on the outside at first, and he sucked. Then they brought him in and put him in the slot, and he's just absolutely killed it. He's been probably our best corner this year. But I don't know. I see that's what the Patriots are going to focus on, stopping the RPOs, and they're going to focus on moving the ball quick. That means the defense is going to get tired, so that Eagles offense needs to stay on the field, needs to sustain a drive. I think it can happen because I'm a fan, but who knows? I got the Eagles, though, obviously.
Well, of course you have the Eagles, that's for sure.
Imagine if
I just feel with the Eagles. I just feel like destiny beats dynasty. Okay.
Okay. What do you have for a score? I mean, if you're gonna be on the fucking edge of your seat all game anyway.
7-3.
I can see. I can see 2016. Or no, not 2016. 2017. 2017.
Watch, it's gonna be 16 now, and you're gonna be real upset.
The guy said 16 first.
No, because I don't see the Patriots getting stopped. Because if it was 16, then that means that they got 1 touchdown and scored 3 field goals, right?
So they got.
I see them getting 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and then the Eagles 2 touchdowns, 2 field
Sorry,
goals.
I put 17. You don't see a 17. Safety then?
17, I said. Oh,
I know.
What'd you put?
I put 16, and you said 2 touchdowns, and I said.
Oh, 2 touchdowns and a safety, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, 20-17. So it looks like we're all pretty much, except for Mike, you're going with the 7-point spread. So what was the spread for the game?
I feel like if
5.5
one team,
last time I checked,
if one of the 2 teams is gonna blow, no, it's 4. It went down to 4 or something like that. No, yeah.
Oh,
if one of the 2 teams is going to blow the other one out, I really feel like the Eagles are the ones that are gonna blow the other team out.
I'm not thinking it's a blowout.
I don't think it will be either. I think it's gonna be close. But I mean, if that's a possibility, I don't see the Eagles getting blown out just because of the way their team is.
What I'm saying is that Brady's gonna have the ball at the end of the game to tie it or potentially win it with a 2-point, and he's not going to. He's going to get stopped eventually.
That'd be good. Pick 6
with a 2-point.
Because that defense, what's like that defense,
that's the
right?
That's
the Eagles' defense. I don't see Foles coming down the field and winning it.
If the Eagles are up 28-3, they're not going to give up that lead because of the way the defense is. Right. The defense craves the other team to be passing the ball, so their defensive line can get on the guy.
Right. Yeah, I got 4.5 here. On
4.5,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
close.
It moved. It
went go all the way up. It should be right there.
Went from 5.5.
What does Vegas know?
What does Vegas know? Nothing. They know nothing.
4.5.
Yeah. So plus 155. What was I gonna lock in at? 185. Shit, I fucked this one up.
What you got to do is choose a score. I'm probably gonna lock it in. Eagles win by 1-6, and I think it's like plus 2 something.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because I feel like it's gonna be a.
Are you gonna Conor McGregor it and put like your house on?
No. Did you hear that the biggest bet of all time was placed on the Eagles for the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
The guy that won like crazy money in baseball. Did we? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Way to fucking listen.
I didn't.
I thought you listened. Well, you didn't listen to the last.
I did.
I'm fucking.
I think I.
We had Baldy on. I definitely.
I might have
to
skipped that part.
No, so the guy that's putting, I think he's putting 10 million on the Eagles.
10.
It's some crazy million.
Yeah.
Google it. We have a Google.
He's got to have many more millions if he's doing that.
He has many more millions. Okay. Yeah.
Just
put
he does. Giant bet on Eagles Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Fuck.
Did you just find that in his like cup holder or something? I don't understand.
Huh?
He's just putting his
no, he won a bunch of bets last year in the baseball. He kept riding out his baseball bets, and he got them all right in the finals, and made a crazy amount of money off of it.
Yeah, he won $14 million. He's a Eastern European bettor.
Wow.
10
for you.
Million.
Should have just put Eagles
right now.
Paul, you'll notice if Paul keeps Googling, he's very bad at Google.
I'm fucking really good at Google.
That's why I say, okay, Google.
Okay, do it in your phone. Let's see what it says.
It's literally the first one.
Huh?
Somebody bet millions of dollars.
Oh. I was going to try to use the Google.
The Google. It just says multi-million-dollar bet.
Yeah, no, it's... Yeah, see.
Why make a choice when I can have it?
Why make a choice?
Why make a choice, though, Paul? Answer that. Why?
What is a choice?
What is time?
What is time? Okay, so we have our picks locked in for that, and then let's run through some of the Super Bowl special bets here.
Cox. That's my bet for the first one.
I will record these. Let's do...
It really is my bet for the first one, to be honest.
Cox.
I think Cox has a good chance of winning MVP because of the reason I said if the Eagles are going to win, they need that pressure
That's
up the middle.
That's not a question. That's not one of the questions.
You're not going to do MVP of the game?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, now I'll do it.
Teaser.
MVP of the Super Bowl.
No one knows what my pick is.
Cox.
MVP of the Super Bowl.
Well, that's what I was just saying.
Okay, he said Cox.
Because
Mike.
they have to pressure him up the middle. That's the way that you're going to get to him.
Brendan Graham, I think that left or the right tackle, Elijah
Mhm.
Waddle's terrible, and I think Brendan Graham's going to have a show.
I'm surprised you didn't say Matt Stafford.
He's irrelevant. He won't even win a playoff game in my lifetime.
Possibly. What about Kyle Van Noy? Plus
I
20,000.
hate Kyle Van Noy. I
He
hope
could be
never plays
MVP.
football again.
How about this for a bold prediction? We did bold predictions last week, which they got a little out of hand. Just a little fucking out of hand last week.
I don't remember what it was.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Something about Sam Bradford like hanging himself. I don't know. I'm not too sure. It was.
Was I here?
No. It was, yeah. No. It was. Just listen to episode 20. There were some bold predictions, and one of them had a storyline to it, and I don't think it played out. So I'm gonna go with the losing team actually ends up with a MVP, which yep, Rob Gronkowski's gonna tear it up. He's gonna get all 3 of their touchdowns. This is a bold prediction. I really don't know who's gonna be MVP.
Now all of a sudden we're doing bold predictions for MVP?
No, I'm doing a bold prediction for the MVP.
I had one.
You have one? Okay.
Well, no. Never mind. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say Gronkowski. He's gonna. I think the tight end position
We should pick for both teams. Let's do that. Start the podcast over.
Okay, we'll start over. So.
Hike.
Okay, Gronk for the
Pats.
Patriots. Jesus Christ, I can't even think now. And then I will go with. Oh my God, I'll have to go Nick Foles. I think he'll pull it together, get his 3 touchdown passes, and be recognized as one of the greatest backups to Garoppolo ever. Well, from Garoppolo.
Garoppolo didn't win a Super Bowl though. If Nick Foles wins,
he could have if he played all season because he was on pace for 16-0 if he started at the beginning of the season.
That's true, and that would actually happen.
So Nick Foles and Gronk for me. Josh, you already have Cox and Cox on. Cox on.
Cox on.
Yeah.
If it's going to be the Patriots, I feel like it's going to be Brady.
Yeah.
Unless he throws them all to Gronk, and then you can say Gronk. But he's still the one throwing it.
That's where it's kind of up in there too.
Unless
right?
he's throwing picks or he gets hurt from Fletcher Cox up the middle, who knows?
Well, isn't that kind of funny though? It's hard for a receiver to get it because
the quarterback's throwing to him anyway. Yeah.
The guy.
Unless the quarterback throws some picks, that's the only time, right? If he throws 3 touchdowns to Gronk, but throws 2 touchdowns to Malcolm Jenkins.
Yeah. True. So, anyways, Brady and Cox. All right, Mike. You had who?
I had a bold prediction. Well, I was gonna say Brendan Graham.
Okay, I want to hear your bold prediction.
My bold prediction would have been Danny Amendola because he's gonna get a flea flicker pass and he's gonna throw the longest pass of the game.
Longest pass of the game.
He's gonna get MVP off 1 flea flicker pass.
Oh yeah, he's gonna kill it, and they're gonna love him for it, and they're gonna give him the car, and then he's gonna donate it. It's gonna be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, sure, whatever. That's fucking bold. I was trying to play this.
Fuck it!
Outcome of the coin toss.
Tails.
Okay.
It never fails. I'm never not going tails. So.
Yeah.
That's true. It does
Mike?
never fail.
Yeah.
We'll rifle through them.
Tails.
Over.
Fuck, we were going 3. I was going tails too.
Yeah, everybody goes tails.
Never
it's a saying.
Singing of the national anthem, which
Over.
who is singing that again?
It's Pink.
Pink is singing that, so you're going over the
Does
2
it
minutes.
ever go under?
No, they chew
They
up
always-
as many,
yeah, because
as
they
much
love the
time as
showtime.
much. Yeah, there's so many viewers, so they eat up as much time as they can.
Well, it's Pink, right?
Right.
It's not Aretha Franklin on Thanksgiving Day. I'm pretty sure some people say she's still singing.
Yes.
Longest fucking
Killed
singing
it.
ever.
Killed
Yeah,
it.
Pink's hair color.
Will it be pink?
I'm going
Oh,
green
I don't know.
because
Green.
that's what it says 3. Because she's from Pennsylvania, right next to Philly.
Really?
So and then that's why there's a one later that says
Is she
Is
that very
this-
bottom one. Will Pink say Eagles before or during the national anthem?
Is this one of those things that you were thinking of putting money on? Or?
No, because she probably won't. I don't know. Can she come and sing the national anthem
Why not?
rooting
It's
on
her
another
hair.
team? Can she do that?
Can
It's
you
her hair.
kneel? Can you kneel during a national anthem?
You can do whatever you want if you don't want to be in the league.
Not in an XFL.
It's green.
XFL,
Yeah, that's true.
you're not allowed.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture of Colin Kaepernick smiling because it was like XFL, and then it was a tweet from Vince McMahon or something. It said, "There will be no kneeling during the national anthem," and it was sad face by Kaepernick. It was pretty good.
I saw that Tebow might
Oh my
might go
God,
play for the
that's-
XFL.
I mean,
That makes sense.
going through these picks anyway, and we're running up on time here. But what do you think of the XFL coming back? You excited or what?
I don't know how they're going to do it. They're definitely not going to do it how they did before, where it's going to be crazy, no rules, all that, because they can't with all the concussion and head problem stuff. The NFL needs competition to improve. That's the number one thing that happens all the time with any leagues, any video games, anything.
Yeah.
If they don't have a competition, they become the same thing over and over again.
Oh my God, an XFL video game? Sweet.
I mean, I heard a crazy theory that they're doing it because the collective bargaining agreement is coming up for the NFL, and they think that they're going to go into a strike, so they'll have all
the viewers,
right, and
it's also Vince McMahon's rich. He's gonna be able to offer some big contracts and things like that.
I mean, it could be a perfect timing
viewers in, and it's at the time where everybody's complaining, and now all of a sudden, well, you see, Vince McMahon announces it, and now all of a sudden Roger Goodell cares about the catch rule. Did you see that? He's saying, I'm not a little concerned. I'm concerned.
It's been discussed on this show quite a bit, actually.
So now all of a sudden he cares, but right after the XFL, that's what I'm saying. You get competition, you got to improve yourself. Right. WWE, it happened to them. They had WCW against them, and then all of a sudden you got the crazy era with Stone Cold and all that shit.
Ronda Rousey to the WWE too.
Yeah.
You excited or what?
I'm not gonna watch WWE.
She's gonna lose every fight.
Did you see how stupid it was? I watched the Royal Rumble.
Ronda Rousey is her wrestling name, apparently.
Ronda Rousey goes to sleep every time.
That's her move. She just knocks herself out.
Did you see how stupid it was, though?
No,
I watched the Royal Rumble because I was told by Jibs that she was going to be on it, and she was going to be in the Women's World Royal Rumble, and she was probably going to win it, and then she'll fight for the title at WrestleMania. And I was like, okay, well, I'll watch it just to see how it goes. So I'm watching it.
Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah. I'm watching it. She doesn't come out at all during the whole Royal Rumble. I'm like, what the hell? It doesn't. At the very end of the show, she comes out, and she's wearing this leather jacket. She walks out to the ring. She looks at the people. She goes to shake one girl's hand. She shakes it, and then she goes and she just points at the WWE or at the WrestleMania thing. And that was it. That's literally the only thing she freaking did. It was the dumbest thing ever.
Oh my God.
She's a terrible actress. She's not going to be good.
That was the fans there. I feel that Ronda Rousey is going to come out and pretty much be like this.
Let's kill! Let's kill! You all better get your asses and your hands wired together, because when I'm out on the fucking battlefield, I'm killing, and I don't stop!
Wriggle. I love Rob Riggle.
He's great. Yeah.
We knew him before everybody knew him.
That's what I'm saying. That's true.
Blackballed. On my phone.
Fuck, Blackballed was a great flick. Let's go through a few more of these. Like I said, I'll listen back and I'll just record them and kind of, you know how I did the Sportscasting Coach Awards. If you missed the inaugural Sportscasting Coach Awards, we do have it posted on the Facebook.
On the Facebook.
So I'll do the same thing with these. And I don't know, Donald Trump tweets. This is one of those things that since he's become president, he's been tweeting up a fucking storm left and right.
Well, he's always tweeted. It just wasn't as big before.
People don't want him to because he has the POTUS Twitter handle as well.
Yeah, he's not using it.
But he doesn't use it. Yeah. So over or under 5 tweets during the Super Bowl.
Whatever one he bets on, I bet you, is the one that'll be right. He's putting a couple million on one of them.
You know that's a fucking genius move.
Yeah.
That's a fucking
But that's what I think about all these. I'm like, if I'm the person that's doing it, I'm just telling my buddy, hey, I'm going to go out and I'm going to wear a blue T-shirt. I'm going to pour green Gatorade on the guy. Mm-hmm. Bet a lot.
Yeah. All your monies.
Oh, anyways, over or under?
Of tweets?
5, yeah.
5 tweets during the Super Bowl.
I'm going to say under.
He's going to be golfing. I'll say under.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be golfing.
Yeah, I'll go under.
You know why he's going to...
Just so I don't lose. Unless Paul goes over, then I'll go over.
No, I'm thinking about it because he's been, vocal about the NFL all season. The kneeling stuff, and maybe he's just going to say something stupid and start firing.
And the game's a long time.
Yeah, it's about 4 hours.
What we have to do is pull up Twitter, and on a typical Sunday at 6, 7 o'clock to 10, 11, how many times does he tweet?
I don't want to do all that work.
So glad I don't have
Will
Twitter.
Tom Brady's jersey be stolen? Tom Brady's jersey be stolen again? There's only
one choice, so I guess I'm going yes.
Yes. Plus 1,000. I might even throw $1 on that just to win $100 just in case. No, I don't.
There's no way it gets stolen though. After last time, you just skipping an Eagles question. Typical.
Yep.
Will Nipplegate be said? The word Nipplegate will not be said.
Nipplegate will not even be said.
No, Al Michael will definitely refer to the spread. That's one of my locks.
What? Will Al Michaels refer to the spread on the game?
Yeah.
Wall?
Without a doubt, he does it pretty much every single time he talks about the spread, and they're going to mention that the Eagles are the underdogs.
It's an underdog too.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That's one of my. That's why I saw that, and I'm like, he talks about it all the time. That's going to be one of my bets.
Flea Flicker told you.
Is this
right there?
Is this the?
For a
Oh, sorry,
touchdown.
I forgot Mike's here. Mike, what was the last one? Nipplegate? Ah, fuck it. who
Forgotten Mike was here.
I'm breathing on you.
cares? What was the Philly one that you were saying? The
I don't know. I just
statue
saw
one? You saw Philadelphia? Yeah. It was how many times will the Rocky statue be shown
Probably
on
once.
TV? So it's right here. Over under 1. Yeah.
Push.
You'll push it with
It's going to be 1. Why would they show more than once?
They should have been 1.5.
Mm-hmm. Then everybody's going to bet the under.
Yeah.
But that's it.
okay.
Everybody's going to get a push on that.
Let me
Shouldn't
see.
it be 0.5 then? Like it's either it happens or it doesn't.
Oh, there's a lot of what will be greater. I don't
Well,
wanna
it will
go through-
happen for sure.
I don't want to go
Definitely
through all
show it.
those. I don't know. There's so
there's
many.
other ones, cross sport ones, and then there's different
What's this?
Super Bowl MVP speech. That's a good one.
Why is this in
Who are
Spanish?
they mentioned first?
Yeah.
City,
Huh?
family.
This is the bottom one. No, you left it. That one.
Here? Who'll
Who
be
Who will the Super Bowl MVP mention first in his speech?
oh teammates, God, city.
If it's
coach.
Foles, it's God. If it's
Yeah.
Brady, it's gonna be teammates.
If it's Gronk,
or
it's
family.
69.
Yeah. I don't know. The
Okay.
city, I can't. Only person I can see is if the Eagles win, then they might mention the city. Oh, this is giant for the city because the city's gonna go crazy. I don't think.
I
I
don't
don't
know,
think Brady or anybody's
there's
gonna
too many
say
options.
Boston
Family,
City.
probably. I would say
Yeah.
family.
For fuck's sake, I don't
But
know. Man.
that last one is definitely not going to happen. Does not mention any of them.
well,
Just walks
So
away.
what they're going to mention either the teammates, God, city, coach, owner, or family in their freaking.
what if they
MVP
mention their
speech.
dog?
Otis.
Yeah, but they're going to
Good
mention. It's
boy.
not first.
Huh?
Oh, mention first in his speech. Okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Love
No,
my
that's
dog.
true. My German Shepherd.
How about that?
So that is. I'll just kind of cut it there. I don't know if there's any other Super Bowl anything you want to mention other than obviously go Eagles because we're gonna throw some money on that shit.
Well, I like this now, so I'm gonna have some people on my team during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean,
Good. I needed it.
yeah. Well, you were on. our.
I'm on your guys' team every fucking time.
Yeah, I know. Ryan definitely wouldn't be on our team for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I was talking about the cold call earlier. I still kind of want to do it. We'll call the Boston market in Philly. Actually, I want to call the one that I found because I swear to God this is the one that has it and it's Indiana. But this is the phone number if you can put it in your phone.
I have to do everything.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You get the free long distance. I don't get the free long
How about you
distance.
just tell me the number?
Huh? No, I can't do that.
Move that closer to me because I can't see it.
It's my phone's like legit almost fucking dead. So we'll call the Boston market, and I want to find out if that one is one of the ones that did. I did read the news story that they had like 5 of them in the Philadelphia area actually doing that, and I didn't see the comments from the Boston market owner, which is who, the Canadian dude or some shit like that. But I don't know. Where are you going? Coffee?
I'll grab my phone for a second.
You can't. No, you can't use your phone during the show. Oh shit! You got to actually put in like options.
Visit bostonmarket.com. If
Awesome.
you'd like to speak to a team member at your
worry
local
about it.
Boston Market restaurant, please press 1.
1.
If you
This
would
is
like
probably
to
the
speak
head
to a
office.
catering specialist,
Go fuck.
please
Make
press
a complaint
2.
while we're at it. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's a complaint.
What do you sell?
Uh-oh. I press 1 for local.
Oh shit! Where's that going?
I don't know. It's you. It's all you.
Is there one in Windsor?
Hey, really?
Thank you for calling Boston Market. This is Nayeli. How can I help you?
Hi, this is the sportscasting coach calling actually, and which Boston market did we call? Because we hit local, and I'm not too sure which one we got.
This is Lombard.
Okay, so it's the right one.
Okay, so I actually have a question. Do you guys have the Philly market sign on your door outside, or did I get the wrong news story? Because we were reading a news story about.
Can you? I'm gonna pass you the manager.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, actually we were lined up with them anyway.
Boston Market, can I help you?
Hi, how are you doing today? It's the sportscasting
I'm
coach
good.
calling. We got Paul, Josh, and Mike here, and we had a question about. We were seeing a news story about a lot of the Boston markets being changed over to Philly markets in light of the Super Bowl. Are you one of the stores that did that?
No, I think that's in some states. I don't think it's here at all.
Oh, is that you guys are in Indiana?
No, this is Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. Sorry, yeah, Illinois. Okay, for some reason I saw it on there. Well, anyway, we got you on the phone. So, what do you even think about that? Do you agree with them being able to do that, or?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I know some customers told me that they're doing that. I guess they won't be able to. They're not able to use Boston, I think it is.
Yeah.
For some reason, but no. I don't. I didn't hear anything.
You don't know why they're doing
corporate. No.
Really? Well, the Super Bowl is being played on Sunday.
Well, yeah, and then it is a corporate, so that they will let us know if they're changing or they're doing anything.
Yeah, no, I think it's just the those stores owned by those people are actually just changing it by themselves. So I wasn't too sure if they were allowed to do that, and I was kind of interested in knowing if you guys were doing that. But obviously not. We called the wrong Boston market, but we'll find one. I want to thank you for your time. Mike, didn't you have a question?
Yeah, what's your main export? What do you sell? Because I really don't know what Boston market's really all about.
This is chicken.
Great, I love chicken. Thank you.
Chicken, that's it? Just chicken?
No problem. Well, we have other meats like meatloaf, turkey, ribs, pork ribs, but mainly chicken.
Well, are you a football fan?
I am, but I don't watch that much, so I wouldn't know too much about it.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to. We had William hung on. He doesn't know shit. Who do you have for the Super Bowl then?
I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter what you think.
I don't really give a fuck.
I told you it wasn't that fucking Illinois.
Okay.
I was right. You were wrong.
Do you feel good that we did it to somebody else, Mike?
Yeah, I saw it
You're
all
not
go
the only
down.
one that happens.
Okay. Well,
it's kind of rude that we can never call him back.
Illinois?
No,
yeah.
no,
What was his name anyway?
Chicken.
Javier. Was that Javier?
Jorge? Oh, fuck.
Jorge.
Is that the kid?
Imagine he made his way up. It's to Illinois. He's finding his way.
Do you want to find one in Philly real quick? We
No.
can call? Why not?
It's too much work.
No, it's not. You just put. I had one in my phone.
Find it.
Watch. Look. See here, here, here. There you go.
Okay.
We'll call one more. It's really intriguing because, really, are you allowed to do that shit? No.
During work?
Yeah. Who's the guy that was supposed to go out there hang a sign out that said? Who the hell made the sign? Huh? That's in Philly. Yeah.
Philadelphia 215.
Yeah. Mike, so you felt pretty good about it. See how we do that on the show? We did that to you a few times, and
you did it to me while I was here live.
oh yeah,
what
we
are
did
you
do
talking
that
about?
at the start of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think you're gonna have to push one again.
To place a carry-out or catering order, or to
I don't have any Boston market music at all. Do you want to place an order while we're at it too?
Yeah, they have good chicken apparently.
See if they deliver it to us.
Thanks for calling Boston Market at City Avenue. This is Newell.
Hi, how are you doing today? It's Paul, Josh, and almost said Ryan. Mike calling from the Sportscasting couch. Are you one of the Boston markets that changed your sign to say Philly Market instead of Boston Market?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Now, who was in charge of changing that over?
I think that was our district area supervisor.
A supervisor went out and actually did that? Or is he a big Philadelphia Eagles fan?
Well, we've never spoken on that, but I'm assuming yes.
Are we the first interview that you were phoning in for that?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. It's exclusive, so that's good. Have you guys had any backlash about changing the name over to Philly Market instead of Boston Market? Like, you had a bunch of New England fans come in there and protest, take knees or something, or?
No, so far, no. We everyone was really receptive of seeing the sign up there.
Oh, really? Did he leave a big tip for you at all, or?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, really? Wow, generous Philadelphia fan. I heard they're all really rude fans, but by that report, not so much.
Yes. We have a vast number of Eagles fans coming through.
Yeah, I could imagine being in Philadelphia. We just called an Illinois location, and their big seller is chicken. Is that what Boston Market's really all about?
Yes.
Just chicken?
Well, no, not just chicken, but it's the main protein item. We do carry turkey, meatloaf, and ribs.
Oh, okay, sweet. Mike's pretty hungry and Josh's pretty hungry here, so we were thinking about placing an order. Just wasn't too sure if you could actually deliver it to us. We're a little far from you.
So they should talk to him to look about putting one up that way, right?
Maybe.
Like if I placed an order, do you guys ship orders at all? Like if you went down to UPS, could you ship it like a full chicken to me or?
Wait. We would have to reroute your order to the one closest to you.
Smart.
Where's that at?
Detroit.
Detroit? So
Not
you guys
going.
could send it. Oh, you would reroute the order. You wouldn't just make the chicken in Philadelphia and send it to Detroit?
I think we do have one close to you, close by you.
That sounds accurate, yeah. Well,
it's not professional.
Anyway, separated at birth. Sound like
maybe.
I pretty much think we got all the questions we need to answer.
Oh.
So
Okay.
thank you for your time. And do you have a prediction for the Super Bowl?
Well, of all the ones that I've spoken with, all the prediction seems to be pretty close. Eagles by 6.
Eagles by 6. All right.
Yes.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for your time. What was your name?
My name is Newell.
Newell?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you again. We will keep in touch
My
with
pleasure.
you. Alrighty. Have a good night. Shit, that was one of them. So 1 of 5 in Philadelphia where they changed it over. And it's pretty amazing that they're actually allowed to do that without the owner. Like, I wonder if the owner.
Well, they just put a banner in front of it.
Yeah, but
they can't have a Boston market. They're not going to get any sales if no one's going to a Boston market in Philadelphia.
It's Boston market. It's a main chain in like.
It's
come
garbage.
I wonder if there was actually Philly fans like, I'm not going to that store. It's a Boston store.
I wouldn't.
It's a Boston.
It's Boston.
It's
That people from Boston saying that.
Yeah. You ever hear that was a separated at birth? 100% William Hung. I think that was William Hung. And we did get his fucking commentary on the Super Bowl there. That's a Super Bowl episode wrap, I guess, with the cold call at the end. And we got Mike on today. And Mike, are you going to be back next week if we need you?
Yeah, I'm going to need a gas voucher. Actually, no, Josh
I drove
picked me
you.
up halfway, so you're right. No, we're good. I'll probably be here, yeah.
Yeah, and thank you again to Tom Mazawey from the Drew and Mike podcast. We really appreciate you coming on and giving us a plug on their show.
Tom and the guys?
Tom and the guys. Yeah, it was Tom and the guys. And then be sure to go on our facebook.com/sportscasting couch just to, enter that beanie draw before Sunday, because I think I'll just write a post. I don't think we're going to do anything special for that. I don't fucking know. And then we're going to have a new Super Bowl champion in the basement.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, we don't know. Yeah.
Well, yeah, actually, no, we're definitely going to have a new Super Bowl champion because I'm right here.
Yeah.
Well,
Eagles with a good team, finally. I don't have to use whoever Joe Blow was in.
So it doesn't matter.
Rule is you can't use injured players that are on our.
No, that's bullshit.
That's not a rule.
No,
that's
what do you mean?
bullshit.
No, because then Paul can't use his whole team.
That's bullshit. I can't use half my team
Carson
that
Wentz
way.
is out.
Yeah, he doesn't get.
It doesn't matter if
You
Carson
gotta
Wentz
use
though.
Foles.
He's shit
Who
anyway.
cares? You can use anybody. He has Foles.
No, I need.
Whatever.
I need him.
Josh, you can take us out unless you got any other things.
Go Eagles.
Fuck the Eagle. Yeah, go Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Instagram @sportscastingcouch, facebook.com/sportscastingcouch, twitter.com/sc_couch, email us sportscastingcouch@gmail.com, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, follow, like, share.
If you want to play some Player Unknown Battlegrounds with me or Mike, just let us know.
Fortnite with me.
And any of the Drew and Mike listeners, hit us up and let us know you came from there, and we'll take care of you.
We gotta get him
by
a t-shirt.
that I mean,
I'll get him a t-shirt. He want a t-shirt.
All of them.
He'll wear it. He'll take a picture of it.
Every single one of you email us sportscastingcouch@gmail.com, and Mike will buy you a t-shirt.
Whoa, no, not true.
It's online, so it means it's true.
It's on the internet.
Asterisks.
I don't know.
There goes the outro. You're fucked now, guy.
You're fucked
no one's
now,
listening
guy.
this long anyway. Don't worry about it.
No, I know.
It's true. Yeah.
No, I always listen to the end. What are you talking about?
You don't even listen to the middle. You go from the beginning
Lions
to the
part,
end.
and then that's about it.
The
No,
Lions part.
I listen to a lot of it.
Bye.